Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. I want to add something to your calendar. On the 13th of July, we head to Trinidad Hilton as Hugh Law School hosts its 50th anniversary gala. This morning, I want to welcome Laura Taylor-Ferrier, who's the chairman of the 50th anniversary gala committee and the spokesperson for the 50th anniversary gala, Miss Wendy Fitzwilliam. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
How are you doing this morning?
We are great.
Great.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Little sleepy, but good.
It's a bit early, but it's okay. I appreciate you being here with us this morning in studio. So, first of all, 50 years of Hugh Law School.
Yes.
Wendy, what does that mean to you? Because you have been a graduate.
Absolutely. And I think that it means excellence for us in the region. We here educating ourselves at the highest standard and being deployed all over the planet and doing exceptionally well. So the 50 years marks a really important milestone in the history of Hugh and as a result the Caribbean and CARICOM particularly. Because it says that we are truly capable of governing ourselves exceptionally well. Our graduates have gone on to do amazing things across the region and globally. So I'm proudly sitting here as, alumni of Hugh.
Fantastic. Laura, tell me about the process and the thoughts that went through the planning committee in putting together this gala to celebrate 50 years.
Okay, well, having reached a milestone, golden anniversary, we wanted to do it in style. Mm-hmm. We have achieved quite a lot over the 50 years, overcame the naysayers who didn't think the West Indies could have a law school. So we wanted to mark that with a special occasion, mm-hmm. not just the typical ad in the newspaper or press service. We wanted to go all out. Yeah. So the gala is really for that purpose and to, of course, recognize those who contributed towards 50 years. I mean, it's 5 decades talking about. Yeah. So we wanted to recognize, remember, honor those who would have assisted along the way.
Both teachers, students, the alumni, and everybody involved as well.
Yes.
So tell me about some of the event, the highlights of the gala dinner that we have planned.
Okay, so we're having a cocktail, starting it off, mingle, meet, reconnect, mm-hmm. From 6 p.m. From 7 p.m. we will have dinner. And at around 8:15, the official part of the awards ceremony mm-hmm. will begin.
I understand you have some performances as well.
We have performances. We don't want you to get bored. We want to make sure you enjoy it from beginning to end. So we do have some entertainment. Yeah. Louis and the Links. We have Jason Fridge, Cijaran, mm-hmm. and we also have Oscar B.
Right. And I understand. So is it open to the public? Everybody
It is open to the public. Mm-hmm. Anyone can come. If you just admire the law school from a distance, if you always wanted to come to the law school, mm-hmm. If you are a relative of a graduate spouse, you can actually come. The tickets are $850 TT, mm-hmm. $125 US. You can pay for it at the law school via links or credit card. You can also pay online. We use WePay, mm-hmm. have that facility. Or you can do a transfer, bank transfer. We have US dollars as well as TT dollar via Republic Bank.
All right, so they can head across to the website and they can
you can get all that information.
Or they can come to the school itself and purchase tickets
either,
as well.
Whichever is more convenient for you.
All right. Now, one of the amazing things for me about generally school is the networking opportunities because you meet people from all walks of life mm-hmm. Who have similar interests to you, especially in a case like going to law school. So, Wendy, I want to learn a little bit more about how that has impacted your life.
Well, Laura's held back a little bit, in that we are at the end of our 50th year celebration. So this is like the big bang, correct?
We've had
a lot of activities over there. We actually celebrated our 50th over this entire period
mm-hmm.
from this time last year through now.
Okay.
The
entire academic year. And to your in answer to your question, the law school, like in most other academic environments, really creates a network that's unrivaled, mm-hmm. And particularly here in the Caribbean. In my time, we had something which is so not PC now. but was the coolest place to be in Hewing, even though I never smoked a day in my life. The smokers table was a place to hang out during breaks, etc., because that's where you would, debate whatever is happening across the region there, with the naughty smokers. And, many of the people I hung out with at law school have gone on to do phenomenally well. I remember after the hurricane in 2017 that wiped out Dominica, at that time, one of my colleagues, whom I call Dougie, was the Attorney General of Dominica, and it was impossible to get through to Dominica, but I had a network in Trinidad that were determined to assist, and somehow George, who was also an attorney, senior counsel in St. Lucia, I called George and I was like, George, we have to get through to Dougie. Things I know are really tough on the ground there, and magically, through our little network, we were able to get through, and within a week, we were in Dominica before the airport even opened, providing assistance. And that's the kind of network you develop. And this is a guy that I had not spoken to for years at that point. But we had so much fun together. For the 2 years we were at law school, getting a phenomenal education, helping each other out in moot court when, sometimes I didn't know the response to things. They would pass me a little note or whatever. Those bonds last a lifetime. And as I said, the quality education you receive at Hugh Wooding speaks volumes in terms of where the graduates of Hugh Wooding have been placed.
Well, I was going to say,
planet.
you mentioned people who are attorney generals across the Caribbean and various lawyers.
Prime ministers, our former, first
Presidents.
female prime minister, presidents of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
First female president.
Yes, our first female president, the current Chief Justice of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago,
Even the
former
first,
Prime Minister of Barbados.
Even the first president of Barbados.
Yes.
Nice.
She was in the first group of graduating students, actually.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, how does it feel to be a part of that legacy? Because you have your own legacy as Wendy Fitzwilliam, right? But then being a part of this legacy with Hugh Wooding Law School, how does that?
So on occasions like this, you appreciate it.
Yeah.
While at Hugh Wooding, you gripe a little bit about the hard work and everything else. But when you reflect and when we get together, we do appreciate the tremendous opportunity that the university system here in the Caribbean, but particularly Hugh Wooding, has afforded us. The beauty of both the law school and the university is that it brings the region together. That regional network of which I spoke is so important. As the Jamaicans say, we may be little, but we talawa. Right. We punch way above our weight.
Yeah.
And that is clearly demonstrated in the quality of regional nationals that we've turned out, who've been on the International Court of Justice. We're everywhere.
Yeah, and Laura, I want to jump across to you to ask about that feeling as well, because you mentioned so many names, and I see you beaming with pride when you do, to say that, these people would have passed through Hugh Wooding, and now they went on to do these phenomenal things, leaders of countries, attorney generals, etc., etc. When, in terms of putting together the celebration for the Gala, for the 50th anniversary, or the year of celebrating that you've been doing, has it been difficult to sit down and name all these people and to say pick who we celebrate, or is it that we celebrate everybody?
Well, we celebrate everybody generally, but to narrow down to the 7 awardees, it was difficult. Which area, which jurisdiction, which country.
Prime Minister of here, the Prime Minister of there.
Country. And it can't be just Trinidad, because of course the law school incorporates other Caribbean, other jurisdictions, right? We have Barbados, we have Guyana, we have the OECS. So you can't just get Trinidad because we're in Trinidad. You have to incorporate everyone. So it was very difficult actually to settle on who would be these final individuals.
You're going to tell us? Or you're not gonna?
Yes, of course, I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you.
Drop it now, man. Drop something.
So, being 50 years old, we have actually a tutor with us who has been there for 50 years.
Really?
The law school in Trinidad, Hugh Wooding Law School, and the Norman Manley Law School, of course, we opened simultaneously. Both opened their gates to students in 1973. And retired Justice Rolston Nelson, who is also a judge at the CCJ, he taught at Jamaica, and then he came to Trinidad. So he has actually been on our list of tutors for 50 years.
Wow.
Another close rival is senior counsel Israel Khan. He's been at the law school as a tutor, an alumni and a tutor for 36 years.
Nice.
So we wanted to recognize those individuals who came to give back, especially senior counsel Khan, because he is actually an alumni of the school. We also have the president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Adrian Saunders. He is a graduate. He's from the OECS. And another judge at the court, Andrew Burgess. He is from Barbados, and he's also an awardee. He would have written a company book that is widely used, not just by students, but professionals generally. We have also retired Justice Benjamin from Guyana. And of course, the two Trinidadian posthumously awarded. Unfortunately, they're not here to celebrate with us. Mr. Keith Soubion, former Attorney General, Member of Parliament, and the principal of the Norman Manley Law School. He was one of the first graduating students in 1975.
Right.
So it's a 2-year program. He entered in 1973 and completed in 1975. So he was one of the first students. And Ms. Dana Sital, senior counsel as well, who passed away, unfortunately. She's also an awardee. And she too has been an author because she did that book, Criminal Practice and Procedure, which is the Bible for those in criminal law. So we are trying to recognize and remember everyone, those who contributed.
Are we going to continue giving out some awards even after the 50th anniversary celebration is done? Or we might wait until you reach 75 for that?
Maybe 75 or 100.
Well, ladies, let me say congratulations, firstly, on 50 years of Hugh Law School. I mean, no small feat, and definitely by the names that we call and the people that we're celebrating, and those who just alumni, like, it's amazing to be able to be a part of the Caribbean story and history like this. So thank you for celebrating it. Thank you for joining us this morning, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having us.
Hopefully we see you on Saturday evening.
It's Saturday evening. What time does it start?
6
p.m. Tickets are only 850 TT or 125 US. Head across to hwls.edu.tt to get your tickets, or you can head across to the Law School on Gordon Street in St. Augustine. We take a quick break and come back with more on the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.